that you ain't. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really going dumb. Put me on some. Put me on some.
One person has won out of everybody that's tried it.
How many guys tried it?
A lot.
Go cold, bro. Yeah, I can't even dribble.
No way. That's tough. He don't let you go nowhere.
Now, am I allowed to ask?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories, always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce.
Uh-huh.
And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in, and a little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Pacers trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Indiana. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets. Last season, they won all 4 games, showing complete dominance.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Victor Oladipo trained with Dwayne Wade heading into last season. Now, Wade says, we talked about not knowing the path of your career. Don't put limitations on yourself. The result for Oladipo was an all-star appearance. Kevin?
He's definitely on an upward trajectory, DA. Thank you. We are seeing some guys who were role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with 2 things. First, the off-season work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the off-season does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. Russell and Crabbe are in the backcourt together. And it's Harris and it's small forward. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
But Kevin, Miles Turner has great versatility. So he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
And for Turner on the offensive end, it is all about consistency with his shot.
Right, Kevin, because with his length and athleticism, Miles Turner has proven he can be a factor on the defensive end. To me, it's about, with that face-up ability, can they count on him night after night?
One shot, gentlemen.
On the free throw, no good.
See, I love the way Miles Turner plays on both ends of the floor. I know his numbers don't necessarily jump out of the page for you. This guy is so disruptive, though, guarding the paint for his team.
Now, here's Collison. Here's Young over Allen. Crabbe pulls it in. Shot clock at 5. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul. And for Turner, he has shown he's one of the better shot blockers in the NBA.
Well, Kev, he's got incredible wingspan that seems to let him get to everything. He's got incredible timing when drivers are coming into the paint. I think the more minutes this guy gets, the more of a chance he has to lead the league in blocks.
And here are the Pacers now. Outside Collison. Outside Bogdanovich. Shoots. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, that's about excellent awareness from Bogdanovich. He knows the shot clock was dwindling, and he still gets off a quality look.
Russell passes to Allen. He doesn't hit that one, and Indiana will go the other way with it. Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Now here's Crabbe. He's guarded closely. Pass to Russell. Kicks it to Harris. Back to Russell to end the cold streak. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Russell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Indiana leading. Outside Turner. Collison against Russell. To the middle and stolen by Russell. Passes to Harris. Six to shoot. From past the arc. No good that time. Good defensive work there by Young. Oladipo right side. Over Crabbe. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
To the wing right side. Hollis Jefferson finds Allen, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Russell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
D'Angelo Russell, the lefty playmaker out of Ohio State. Doris, a lot to like about his ability to create.
Well, he certainly, Kevin, has a nose for scoring and combines that with good vision. I think the one thing he's got to be careful of is shot selection and taking care of the basketball.
Free throw, no good for Russell.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Harris outside. Back to Russell. Launches it. Trains the three-pointer. Russell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nets.
Well, it's important that D'Angelo Russell keep making shots from deep. This is an aspect of his game he's starting to sharpen.
Now, here's Sabonis. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Here's Russell. They trail by 3. Pass to Harris. Clock at 6. Over Sabonis. And it falls over the rim and in. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
And there's a foul called on Alan Grant. That is his first foul of the game. And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Russell against Collison. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Bogdanovich. Over Harris. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Bogdanovich battling through the defense, Kev. Amazing touch on the difficult basket.
Pass to Harris. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Sabonis grabs the board.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Inside, Bogdanovich. And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch and shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone. And really, his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, Bogdanovich, a guy who has moved around a little bit the last few seasons. But you wonder, has he found a home with Indiana? This guy steps right into the wing, gives them great production from the 3.
The Pacers making a switch here. Evans is checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Davis is checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
And guys, Bogdanovich, the former second-round pick, has really found his place in the NBA. This guy is an effective shooter from just about anywhere.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Collison, the pass to Turner. Back to Collison. And so the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. Doris for Bogdanovich, perhaps the biggest help he provided was his improved defense.
Well, let's remember this about Bogdanovich. Early in his career, it kept him off the floor. And he flat decided, I want to be in the lineup when it's closing time, and made a real commitment to being better defensively.
Corey Joseph's checked in for Darren Collison. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie is checked in for Crabb. Now, here is Russell. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
Bogdanovich against Harris. To the inside. Nice shot by Evans. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Russell kicks to Davis. Russell passes to Dinwiddie. It's deflected.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
Well, think about it, guys. Last year, Spencer Dinwiddie, a little bit of a breakout year, right? Stepped in for the injured D'Angelo Russell and helped the Nets stay competitive, proving to be a big-time scorer.
Now here's Evans. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
Here's Dinwiddie. Tipped away. Stolen by Joseph. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Evans leading the charge.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 5-point game. And Doris Dinwiddie's so good at finding a play to make, even when it seems he has nowhere to go.
Well, that quick first step opens up space to get into the passing lanes. This guy makes a lot of jump passes, but seems to get away with it.
And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Evans, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Evans has got 6 points.
In the shooting form Evans has, a reliable jump shot. You got to honor it if you're the defense.
Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Third is Miles Turner.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Carroll kicks to Napier. Pulls up on the elbow. Misses off the right iron. Pacers leading by 4. It's Evans on the wing. To the inside. Sabonis scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
There's the pass to Joseph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Turner inside. He's guarded by Davis.
That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
Carroll kicks to Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And checking out some numbers for Tyreke Evans. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 19 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
And stolen by Napier.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
Six to shoot. No good off the back of the rim.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Evans kicks to Joseph. Indiana moving the ball around. Nice shot by McDermott.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Nets trail by 8. Pass to Dudley. For Brooklyn, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. No No good on the free throw. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie, who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
You know, a skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. That's 6'8", 250-plus pounds coming at you full speed. Kemba Walker, Draymond Green. But, Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. Brooklyn shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
Now here's Evans. He's got 9. Passes it to Sabonis.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know what? There seems to me to be an infectious energy when we're talking about Domantas Sabonis. This is a big man with a great future in the NBA.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The 11-footer. Again, the Nets for 2.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie fantastic getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
Now here's Joseph. Napier covering. And here is Joseph. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Evans. Fades back, and the shot is good. And the Pacers lead by 8.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Coming to the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, Alan Crabb saw the opportunity.
Being a net for me, man, is just great. You know, it's good for my future. It's good for my career. I think they did whatever they had to do in order to get me. So why wouldn't you want to play for an organization like that, man?
Clearly, this team values Crabb, and Greg, what he gives them.
And no question, Crabb is a floor spacer who also defends at a high level, a versatile player.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose, and they've played with aggressiveness.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Indiana, Joseph at point, and he teams up with Evans in the backcourt. Doug McDermott is out there with Young. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you. Here's Napier. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
Back to Young, and Young slams it home.
My goodness, the soaring Thaddeus Young, such elevation on that alley-oop.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Napier finds Davis. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Indiana. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Davis. And Krebs subbed in for Napier. Now here's Cram. Tight defense on him. And there's the pass to Kira. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pacers leading by 12. Allison feeling it out a bit. Down low, stolen by Dudley. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Evans. Dinwiddie passes to Carroll. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Carroll's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. Collison kicks to McDermott. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Evans outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Rebound, Brooklyn. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions. And getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside Collison. Indiana needs to get a shot off. No good with the triple. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. He kicks it to Carroll. To the middle. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Dudley.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Evans outside. The shot's good. Collison making the play. 16 points for Tyreek Evans.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Bogdanovich is checked in for Sabonis. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Doug McDermott. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
To me, one of the great strengths of this Pacers team is their depth. A year ago, 12 different players averaged double-digit minutes. So when you think about depth and unselfishness, they are at the very core of what this team does.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Tyreke Evans is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I'll tell you, with that being his second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
Harris against Oladipo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. And Doris, that unselfish play on the court, it translates off the court too. The whole team cheers each other on.
We talk about that elusive quality of chemistry, Kevin, and the Pacers exceeded expectations in part due to the great chemistry this team has. The team plays in a way that it's easy to cheer for each other, and the fans absolutely love this current group.
Russell finds Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Over Collison.
Well, those are the quick instincts of Collison on the defensive end. This guy isn't super big of frame, but big-time heart.
Offensive rebound. Bogdanovich. The shot is good off the backboard. Bogdanovich has got 12.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Grab the pass to Allen. Oladipo against Russell. Back to Crabbe. To the inside. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to 11 points with that bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
Now, Hollis Jefferson fears no one, Kevin. It's incredible watching him outwork people in the paint.
Oladipo right side. Here's Young. And Allen with the block. Now Crabbe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York. Lets it go with the 3. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points this quarter.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Young in the corner. Kicks to Oladipo. Over Crabbe. Oladipo misses.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Collison gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 4 assists now tonight. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Tyreke Evans not the biggest free agent this past offseason, but Greg, many teams vied for his services.
Pacers were able to win out, and he should be a good fit. Can act as another playmaker and ball handler for the team. Turned down playing with the Warriors, Lakers, and Thunder to come to this Indiana squad.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. A floater. Out that one. The Indiana lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Russell.
Any point guard in the NBA, particularly one who is not a huge-sized guy, has got to have the floater in his disposal. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
Collison against Russell. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Off target from outside.
and just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Crab kicks to Russell. Clock at 6. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Collison with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Harris against Oladipo. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. And there's the feed to Russell. Banked in off the glass. And now it's only a 5-point Pacer lead.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they ramped up their intensity, forced good things to happen, and now they're right back in it.
Collison finds Oladipo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Victor Oladipo with huge improvement in his game, Doris, last season.
What an incredible leap this young man took. His efficiency was up across the board. He was better from three-point territory. He proved, Kevin, he could carry an offense. I mean, this guy is a legit star in the NBA now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And now that that final debt, Doris, has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it, and while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was a second overall pick.
And the first one drops. And Harris drops them both. Joe Harris, a guy that bounced back between the G League, Doris, and the NBA his first few seasons.
Right, Joe Harris has thrived fitting into a shooting role with this team. And credit Coach Kenny Atkinson for saying, listen, model yourself after Kyle Korver.
Bogdanovich passes to Turner. And Oladipo kicks to Joseph. Over Napier. Shot by Joseph, no good.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Monday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Joseph has an open look. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Joseph's got 5.
And this is a shot Corey Joseph didn't have in his arsenal early on, but a ton of work put in, and now he's effective from deep.
Russell kicks to Davis. Pass to Harris. three-pointer. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Brooklyn.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Turner finds Oladipo. Oh, Turner in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Russell against Joseph. Here's Russell. He's got 14. Shot clock at 6. Harris looking it over. They get it back. Davis kicks to Napier. To the paint with the call. Wow.
And I'll tell you what, Hollis Jefferson doesn't mind showing out a little bit. What a sensational leaper.
Now here's Joseph. Napier covering. Here's Oladipo. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
And the first one drops.
One of the things you have to love, Kevin, about Hollis Jefferson is his energy. You know he's going to give you everything he's got on a night-by-night basis.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis comes in for Thaddeus Young. And McDermott subbed in for Bogdanovich. The Nets also changing it up. Damari Carroll comes in for Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Good on both. Pacers leading by 6. Joseph, the pass to McDermott. To the inside. Here's Turner. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, this is where Miles Turner excels. Set the screen, roll to the basket, make sure your hands are up and ready to receive.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dudley's checked in.
One shot.
That free throw good from Turner.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now here's Joseph. He has 5. And here's Oladipo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, Victor Oladipo is unafraid in the face of contact. That's a nice move.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Victor Oladipo at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
No good on the second free throw. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tyreke Evans putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from Tyreke Evans.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Nets trail by 10. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Russell and Crabbe are in the backcourt together. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Young with the steal. Oladipo outside. Right wing. Russell against Collison. Turner dishes to Collison. Shot clock at 5. Yep, that one goes in there. Collison's got the first bucket of the third here for the Pacers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Allen against Turner. Russell from long range. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. And so Young will bring it up for Indiana.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
Harris finds Crabbe. Off target with his 3.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And with Atkinson in the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a starter.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
Two shots.
That's good from Harris.
You think about the Indiana Pacers and some of the young pieces they have to build around. Victor Oladipo has proven to be a legit all-star. Miles Turner is brimming with potential, and Domantas Sabonis. These are all guys you can build around. I'm excited to watch the development of this organization.
And Harris drops them both. And Doris, when you talk about the young core of this Pacers team, you have to mention Paul George and the trade that sent him to Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you, this is an organization, Kevin, that took tremendous criticism in the face of that Paul George trade. But Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis have proven counter to the argument that they didn't get enough. These are two talented young players who this organization can build around.
Crabbe kicks to Harris. The three. That shot off. So Indiana will take it the other way.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the second half. They're going to have to start tightening things up on the offensive end.
And again, the turnover by the Pacers. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Pacers in 5th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Nets trail by 10. Crabbe finds Russell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, he's getting better at absorbing contact. Finishes like this prove Russell is a tough, dynamic competitor. Think about this. In his first season away from the Lakers last year, D'Angelo Russell seemed to be a much more confident player. Looked like the number 2 overall pick we expected coming out in 2015.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for the Pacers.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Russell missing a lot of time before the midway point last year with a knee injury.
Well, I think he knew that he would be called upon to lead the team with his scoring and playmaking ability, and he really stepped up to the challenge. Amazing what a change of scenery can do for a guy.
And Turner kicks to Evans. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I'll tell you, so polished and so confident this close to the cup. Miles Turner doing work. Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall. But the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
That free throw good from Turner. And the Nets win total last year impressive given the injuries.
Well, Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell's injuries obviously made things difficult, Kevin. But despite it all, the Nets were more competitive than they've been the last few seasons. To me, this is an organization that has some things it can build on.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Passes it to Crabbe. The Nets working the ball around now. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And checking out some numbers here for Collison. Good season for him last year. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
You got to respect the physicality of Evans. Excellent at drawing contact on his way up.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Free throw good. Tyreke Evans. It's not often that you can land a franchise player via trade, but that's what the Pacers were able to do with Victor Oladipo.
And now the question becomes for Indiana, how do you build around Victor Oladipo, right? The front office has done a great job the last few seasons collecting talent. They continue to add shooting on the perimeter to help space the floor, and now you're starting to see some inside scoring threats develop. This is an interesting organization.
Russell passes to Allen. Inside, Hollis Jefferson.
How
about the aggressiveness of Rondé Hollis Jefferson? Go to work, young man.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Evans finds Turner. Collison against Russell. Goes up the baseline. But they recover it. Bogdanovich passes to Evans. Right side, Bogdanovich from outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 4 assists in the game.
Kev, you love the strong shooting of Bogdanovich, a polished player with a scorer's mentality.
Harris passes to Hollis Jefferson. Russell looking it over. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Evans passes to Young, and D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Outside Collison.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Collison against Russell. To the paint. Young with the steal. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded closely. The shot by Turner, no good. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 13. To the middle. Allen dishes to Russell, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Russell.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Collison's shot is good.
See, Darren Collison has become such a legitimate threat from 3 that you have got to be excellent on your closeouts.
And Tyreek Evans is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. Turner with the steal. Now Collison. He has 7, and Turner kicks to Evans. Back to Turner. And the pass to Bogdanovich. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And that game against the Warriors, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
The first free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Indiana making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. McDermott comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Dudley's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Damari Carroll comes in for Harris. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Crabb. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell. Or is this Brooklyn team, they've been playing more up-tempo the past few seasons.
Well, this is a team that has been amongst the highest-paced teams in the league the last few years. They have a roster that excels, Kevin, in open space. And you have to, as a fan, I think, appreciate the style of play.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Without question, Tyreke Evans displaying his skills today.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Joseph. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Joseph, the pass to Sabonis. Back to Joseph. The dish to Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In third, the Pacers.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. There's Dinwiddie, covered by Evans. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 13 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I don't think many knew what to expect from Domantas Sabonis after his trade to Indiana. But what they got is a very smart basketball player who's got size, feel, and skill.
First free throw is good. And for Sabonis, a big part was just getting more chances to develop.
And I think, Kevin, we see that quite often with young players. But his most impressive aspect is the court awareness he possesses. Let's remember, Domantas has Arvydas, one of the all-time great big men passers, as his dad.
Good on both. Nets trail by 16. Down low. Davis, the pass to Dinwiddie. Evans with the steal. To the paint. Sabonis kicks to Evans. Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded. 5 to shoot. At the top of the key, Sabonis. And the basket is good. Sabonis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
Dinwiddie passes to Napier. Pass to Davis. Now here's Carroll. Defended by Sabonis. Here's Dinwiddie. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
And Joseph kicks to Bogdanovich. It's stolen by Carroll. In transition, here come the Nets. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Evans.
You know, when Spencer Dinwiddie is attacking, he gets these kinds of calls. Simple as that. Let's remember, DeMarre Carroll has been around a long time in the NBA. This guy is a tough defender, and his offense had taken a step back the last few seasons, but last year took on a much greater role and was a big-time locker room presence.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Carroll, he gives you what most teams want with his defense and or his versatility.
Right, very strong 3-and-D type player. He is a little bit limited elsewhere offensively, but he's a veteran presence who you know will affect the box score.
No luck that time either. Indiana leading by 16. And here's Joseph for 3. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 6 assists here tonight.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Dinwiddie kicks to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets working the ball around now. Fires from deep. Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock. Passes it to Carroll. Davis with it. Over Joseph. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got his first points of the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Evans finds McDermott. Down low. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. And the Pacers lead by 19.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
To the middle, here's Dudley, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Back to McDermott. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McDermott's got 4 this quarter.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
To the wing right side. Davis dishes to Napier. Poked away. Stolen by Joseph. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Joseph leading the charge. Here's Bogdanovich. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bogdanovich has got 9 points now in just the second half. And so Napier will bring it up for Brooklyn. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Joseph, that's good.
Well, a defensive specialist, right? Corey Joseph's activity has been on point.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Dinwiddie passes to Napier. Pass to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dudley. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Evans. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. So both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line. The Nets shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Russell against Joseph. Knocked loose. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Indiana Pacers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Indiana's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Oladipo teams with Evans on the perimeter. Bogdanovich out there with Turner. And it's Joseph in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. The Nets shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Oladipo. Harris misses. The Pacers shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Oladipo right side. Turner against Davis. 4 on the clock. Oladipo for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Harris outside. Davis dishes to Dinwiddie. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
I'll tell you, it's hard to deal with Dinwiddie that close to the rim. You cannot mess with his concentration.
And Joseph kicks to Oladipo. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Karuch. Fires it up. Money from the wing. Here's Holiday. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Oladipo outside. The pass to Leaf. 5 to shoot. Oladipo outside. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Well, this is the prototypical combo guard, Victor Oladipo. Very effective getting room to shoot off the dribble.
Pass to Musa. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Basket good.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
And Holiday kicks to Anibogu. Inside.
And what I love about Oladipo, he does such a great job playing within the context of the offense. If you're open, he will find you.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver, who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Russell with it. Feeds to Allen. Here's Musa, guarded by Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fareed. The shot, no good. Nice D from Oladipo. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. He kicks it to O'Quinn. Allen against Holiday. And that one, good. Anabogu's got 6 here in this quarter. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Russell against Holiday. And they double up Russell. Here's Musa. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Now, here's Oladipo. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and done?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor leagues straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Passes it to Musa. Clock at 6. This one for 3, and the Nets another 3.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open 3.
Holiday against Russell. Oladipo, the pass to Anabogu. Oladipo dishes to O'Quinn. Back to Oladipo. The 3. Caruch grabs the board.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
There's the 3. Musa grabs the miss.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity for 3 just slips away.
And the layup falls. Musa's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Here's Leaf. It's good. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. You see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA.
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Stolen by Holiday. Over Russell. Indiana again missing. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Corey Joseph comes in for Oladipo. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. Napier comes in for Russell. Harris against Holiday. Left side, Harris. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. The rebound by Holiday.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Count that bucket.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's foul number 2 for him. Indoors last summer, we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
Well, really nice job using his length on the defensive end. Domantas Sabonis trying to impede the shooter.
Evans feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's McDermott. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
And here is Joseph. Kicks to Evans. Unloads from 13. Pass to Anabogu. Now here's Joseph. Napier covering. Clock at 4. Second shot opportunity. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of You know, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective.
2 minutes.
And so Napier will bring it up for the Nets. The pass to Dudley. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Looking for Allen and gets it there. That one good for 2.
And look, if he gets it that low, he's going to hurt you.
Right, you can't be surprised when he burns you. The defense must force him out of the paint.
Evans outside. Pass to McDermott. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. McDermott's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Indiana. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Indiana.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyreke Evans.
Boy, their ball movement was terrific, and I thought he was the key to that. This guy conducted the offense, kept everyone involved, and spread the basketball.
Joseph looking around. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Count that one.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Evans. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line from your Pacers, Tyreke Evans. 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Evans. Here's Karuch. Out to the wing. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Well, this guy has got tremendous potential as a passer. Spencer Dinwiddie, very aware he's got to distribute the basketball.
Evans outside. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together, you know, and we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
to this week's episode.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Wizards in Washington. And guys, for the Wizards, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And Bradley Beal boosting his scoring output the past few seasons, justifying the big contract. Kenny, what's he been doing differently?
I think he's more aggressive, Ernie. I don't think he sits back and waits for the moment. He goes after it. He sees it. He gets more free throws, gets to the line better, and his three-point ball has improved.
And also what has improved is his confidence. Because of his skill and athleticism, he doesn't need to settle. Just go out and be aggressive like Kenny just told you to do, buddy.
So improved numbers improves his confidence. So it's chicken and the egg. What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
What do you think comes first?
I'm not worried about it now. It's breakfast time. I'm worried about all.
I'm just asking you.
You
know everything, Dr. O'Neal. Tell me what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, since it's breakfast time and I want an omelet, I'm going to go with the egg.
But if the egg came first, it would be a chicken because he'd make an omelet.
What?
Sorry, I asked.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. It's the Toronto Raptors taking on the Washington Wizards. And fellas, Serge Ibaka is out with an injury. He will be missed.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
Yeah, and it looked like it might be a lot worse than it is. The news is a relief to him and the team. It's great to hear he's avoided something more serious.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Two conference rivals, C-Web, squaring off tonight. A little extra. You can feel it riding on this one.
Oh, yeah. And you know how the conference rival games go. These games can mean a lot at the end of the season when you're talking about playoff seeding, tiebreakers, all that good stuff. And there's never been anything wrong, in my opinion, with a little mutual dislike. I mean, there are no friends when you step between these lines.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
Porter with the steal. He feeds it to Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
Lowry against Wall. Leonard finds Valanciunas. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Bryant. Now here's Porter. Not a lot of room. Back to Wall. Pass to Beal. Clock at 6. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Beyond the arc. Wall's shot is off. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Now here's Wall. Against Miami, he was really on his game.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Beal against Green. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3-and-D player.
He misses the free throw.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
That's off as well, so he misses both. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
And here is Green after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. Siakam kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Beal, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Bryant. Outside Beal. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 3. Left side Lowry. Wall with the steal. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Wall uses his blinding speed in the open floor. He's fantastic at finishing in these situations.
Lowry up top, covered by Wall. And the pass to Leonard. Over Ariza. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, I think he was surprised. He was so open. I mean, that's just a defensive breakdown.
Now, here's Ariza. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 on the clock. Poked loose, and the Raptors can't hang on to the ball. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Otto Porter Jr. third.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Well, it started with their energy. They played with a lot of it. And then on the other end, they looked very comfortable getting their shots.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Toronto called for the foul. This season, right now in the beginning stages, but some teams, Chris, already exceeding expectations. How do they keep that momentum? How do they keep things rolling along in that way?
You have to do that in the locker room and in practice. You have to make sure that you stick to the coach's rules and roles, and have to remember your success was built and predicated upon doing it the right way. And so how do you make sure you keep that focus? You pay attention to details, and especially the little things, and stick with the basics.
Good stuff. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Raptors trail by 4. A 3 from Leonard. Bryant with the rebound. Ariza outside. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. The quick look, no good that time. Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lowry against Wall. Lowry passes to Green. Here's Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 from Leonard. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Porter looking it over. He dishes it to Wall. Passes to Beal. Kicks it to Ariza. To the paint. Here's Wall. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that amazing focus from Wall? Even when the D was roughing him up, he was still attacking the basket, keeping his eyes up.
Chris, at times, what Wall gives you is unparalleled production at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, not too long ago, he was the first player to ever have at least 1,800 points, 800 dimes, 150 steals, and 50 blocks in the season. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Here's Lowry. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Pass to Green. Now here is Lowry. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Now here's Wall. He has 5. Yep, it counts.
I like the confidence of Wall inside. When he gets to his spot, he goes right to work.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That's the second foul, and now they might really go at him. I mean, try to get a 3rd foul and force him to sit on the bench.
Satoransky's checked in for John Wall.
Cunts. Just kidding, sorry.
And the shot goes in from Siakam. Siakam's got his first 2
Oh
points.
no.
They lean on him for
Kurt Angle's gonna retire. Oh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Satoransky against Lowry. Porter outside. The shot's good on the assist by
Is he actually going to retire?
When Porter first came into the league, he didn't have this shot.
Farewell
Now,
match in WrestleMania.
Against who? Against John Cena.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
I don't know. Yeah.
For Washington.
I'm going to keep
And
looking
then for
Southpaw.
Toronto. Monroe's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's right in for Green.
He's having one last match right now, he reckons. In his hometown, Pittsburgh.
He's still scoreless so
Pittsburgh,
far this one.
Pennsylvania.
Up against Apollo Crews, apparently.
Here's Siakam,
Ew.
covered by Morris. Ariza outside. Feeds to Morris. 6 on the shot
Apollo
clock.
Crews should have been pushed a lot more than what he is.
Beal against Wright.
Why not?
Washington again with
No.
the
So
bucket.
much
He's
better.
giving him a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
What?
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4 as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Chicken eggs are hot.
And Washington making a change here. Green's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Van Vliet's checked in. Here's Van Vliet. Last game he had 13. Monroe outside. Back to Van Vliet. Lets a floater go, and it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Beal against Wright. Monroe up top.
Kappa.
Back to Wright. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Satoransky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
A somewhat dubious honor, Chris. Last year, the Wizards became one of the most dangerous 8 seeds in recent memory.
Yeah, so much natural ability on that roster. And Kevin, was that because they underperformed during the season and should have been a higher seed? Can't give them credit for that. I'm not sure any team wanted to play them in the first round, but the old cliche, you are what the record says you are, was proven correct.
That free throw missing. Looking at big men around the NBA, which are the best triple threats? Guys who can shoot, drive, and pass out of that screen.
I think of 2, one being Anthony Davis. The fact that he can get his shot, he's so quick, and he's a good post-up player as well and can face the basket. And then DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if there's a better big man, a better center than when it comes to him. He can take you out on the three-point line. He can dribble and get a 3. He can take you out on the three-point line, set a flare screen, catch and shoot the 3. He can get it at the three-point line, drive you to the hole, get an and 1, and then he can take you on the post and just bully and posterize you as well. So I don't think there's one that comes to mind with a better skill set than Boogie Cousins.
And that list is growing. Here's Green. Rebound by the Raptors.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Leonard. No one near him. The shot comes out.
A big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
Green kicks to Satoransky. Beal the pass to Morris. Back to Beal. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. A 12-point game. And the pass to Monroe. Dishes it to Leonard. Over Morris. And the Raptors miss again. Washington's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Green finds Beal. Now Satoransky. Now here is Morris. Back to Satoransky. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Raptors.
And they've pretty much ignored the corner 3 tonight. It's a useful shot to have. It really forces the D out wide and opens things up in the middle.
And it's Van Vliet, top of the key. Back to Monroe. Over Ariza. Monroe's shot is good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And Beal kicks to Morris. Back to Beal. And it's right, sending it back. And he's able to get it back. Chalk up 2 there.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Raptors trail by 14. Passes it to Monroe. Now the feed to Leonard. Over Ariza. And the shot is long.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Now here's Satoransky. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Washington shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. Beal, that's for 2. And the wing jumper offline. Raptors trail by 15. Anunoby passes to Wright. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First free throw is good. Miami's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
There's a minute left in the first quarter. Pass to Beal. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the right iron.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Satoransky, the pass to Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And the added muscle of Beal coming into play there. I mean, he's just shrugging off the contact and getting it done.
We talk so much about Beal scoring, Chris, but what about his commitment now to getting others involved?
Oh, yeah. Last year, he averaged around 4.5 assists per game. It's gotten to the point where he can slide over to that point guard's role, and the offense doesn't miss the beat.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Beal.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
Got a piece of it. Beal with the steal. Over Wright. Beal can't get it to go. Here's Van Vliet. Satoransky covering. That's tipped. Here's Green. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's the Washington Wizards out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action after this word. Greg Monroe, regarded as one of the better big men in the NBA, but in recent seasons, his minutes have been going down. He talked about maintaining his focus.
I'm a player. You know, as long as I'm on the court, whenever I'm on the court, it's just about being productive. You know, it's about continuing on the right path, you know, having the right mindset, the right focus, and just coming in every day and putting in the work and trying to do whatever you can to win games.
Professional mindset. Monroe is seasoned veteran, ready to go when his name is called.
It's challenging to accept a different or lesser role, but Monroe is approaching it like a true pro.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Wizards team out there.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
We've got Satoransky. Mahimi is out there with Morris. And it's Wall. And it's Green in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. It's good from long range.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. Van Vliet kicks to right. Up top, Leonard, guarded by Green. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. And then for Toronto, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Monroe. And it's Green in for Kawhi Leonard. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Wright. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the three. Wizards leading by 18. Here's Wall. That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Wall can't be stopped. He's remarkable at maintaining control through shots like this.
Here's Van Vliet. Valanciunas, good. Now Wall. Unloads from 13. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Van Vliet kicks to Green. Those three-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
To the inside. Porter dishes the Wall. Here's the three. And again, Washington with the triple.
That's the assertive attitude you like seeing from Porter. I mean, he knows he can sink shots off the pass.
Right against Satoransky. Inside, here's Valanciunas. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Fred Van Vliet. NBA rosters are turning over faster, it seems, these days. Chris, how much do former teammates know about defending one another? Or is it a non-issue?
Oh, no, it's more than a non-issue, Kevin. You were right in your assumption that, listen, if former teammates, they have a little more inside information. And you know why it matters? Because every day after practice, you know, the first thing guys do after they get their water, they play one-on-one. And so you understand guys' tendencies. You learn how they get into a rhythm. We're all creatures of habit. Let's remember what Kevin Durant did. Remember how he came down on the same end of the floor in the finals and hit the same tough shot over the extended hand that he did? Well, if you notice, he did that on his crossover, that right to left setup. And so if you know him, you may know that he's going to do that. And also you may know that he has a counter just in case. It allows you to keep your hand out the cookie jar, not to gamble. It gives you an educated guess on maybe what some of the greatest offensive players in the world are going to go to next to get that bucket. Any piece of information matters. And yeah, if you've been practicing against him, that's a good thing.
And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And the wide open shot from Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got assist number 5 here tonight. Raptors trail by 21. And the Raptors call time here. Largely out there for his terrific shooting range, C-Web, is Thomas Satoransky. He's a pretty good playmaker as well.
Team player. I mean, he understands that he needs to get his shot within the floor of the offense. If it's not there, he's quick to move the ball and generally makes good decisions.
Some numbers for Wall. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 19 points a game, 9 assists and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. A tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Here's Valanciunas. He's got 7. Lowry with the ball. And Siakam has it in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Monday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
In that matchup against the Bucks, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
Here's Siakam. He's got 5. Pass to Anunoby. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Washington leading now by 18. There's Porter with the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Raptors. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. They start a 3-game homestand with that game.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
The pass to Bryant. Outside, Wall. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And that's 13 points for Wall. Raptors trail by 17. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Siakam, defended by Bryant. Takes it from 10, and that one hits back iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Satoransky, the pass to Wall. Out to Morris. Back to Wall. Wizards passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kept alive. Here's Bryant. Misses from close range.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. To the wing right side. Back to Siakam. And Valanciunas kicks to Green. Lowry for 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Washington making some changes. Risa comes in for Morris, and Beal subbed in for Satoransky. Washington leading now by 17. Wall finds Bryant. A steal. Beal against Green. Second shot opportunity, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
One shot, behind the lanes.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Washington with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Outside, Beal. Inside, Bryant. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
When you're open, Bill will find you outstanding at working the ball over to the open man.
Raptors trail by 16. Outside Lowry. Now the dish to Valanciunas. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Washington. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
He hits both from the stripe.
What an advantage for a big man to have, that smooth stroke at the line.
Here's Wall. 13 points in the game. Outside Bryant. Back to Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Oh, that's Wall's vertical. The D can't let him get room to soar near the basket.
Raptors trail by 16. Now here is Lowry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
The first one falls. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
He's off on the second.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
Now here's Ariza. Back to Beal. 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, in the summer of 2017, when Otto Porter signed that 4-year, $107 million contract with the Wizards, it was widely questioned. Well, it's been worth every penny thus far as he's become one of the best small forwards in the game.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Beal. And that small forward position that Porter plays, maybe the most important position in the league. You think of LeBron James, you think of Greg KD.
Yeah, and Porter able to kind of hold his own on both ends. The Wizards' most impactful defensive player, He takes on those big-time players night in and night out.
And both free throws good for Beal.
And did you see the maturation of Beal over time? I mean, I noticed it. He added more wrinkles and dimensions to his game. He's an impressive two-guard.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 8. And Siakam has it in the corner. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Lowry. Green with the block. Ariza goes in, and he gets the bucket. Ariza's got his first points in this one.
And the way Ariza uses his length to get to the basket is just sensational, just tirelessly attacking the rim.
Leonard against Ariza. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And here's Wall. 15 points in the game. Outside, Beal. Knocked away. Here's Green. Toronto grabs the miss. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Ariza against Leonard. Back to Lowry for the 3. But they get it back. Here's Monroe. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Porter passes to Ariza. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ariza's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lowry against Wall. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
Porter kicks to Wall. Feet away, and the rejection by Lowry. Leonard on the wing. Back to Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Lowry finds Monroe. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Lowry against Wall. Fade away. Monroe, no good.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
And it's Wall in the corner. Outside, Green. Shoots over Monroe. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Green's got 5 points so far. Raptors trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lowry from outside. Rebound, Washington.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
40 seconds left in the second quarter. Leonard against Porter. They could use a bucket. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
He kicks to Monroe. Lowry has the open look. And the 3 ball is good. Nine seconds left in the first half. Wall looking for an opening over Lowry. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Wizards lead by 18. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Oh, man. This is why we see Bradley Beal is considered a budding star. He's a good spot-up shooter, but he can score out of the pick and roll, extremely smooth in most things that he does. And the only thing that's held him back is his health.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Wizards leading by 18. So for Toronto right now, Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. Beal, the pass to Mahinmi. Good! Mahinmi's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Wizards.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. A 3 ball. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Washington has gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Porter in the corner. Ariza outside. Back to Porter. Just 4 to shoot. Baseline jumper. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Nobody near Leonard. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. They lead by 17. It's deflected. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Kicks to Lowry. The tray gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lowry's got 7 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside, Beal. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. They'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Lowry against Wall. Now here is Lowry, guarded closer.
And checking out the numbers for Porter, he had a strong showing last season. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Washington making some changes. Bryant is checked in for Mahinmi. And Morris subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Wall. He's got 17. Outside Bryant. Beal from long range. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 15. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And here we can check out the story on Jonas Valanciunas. He had a strong showing last season. 8th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Valanciunas has got 14 points.
Now, he's doing what he can do to dig them out of this hole, but I think he's going to have to turn it up even more.
And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many soured relationships, it seemed.
And he was eventually moved after requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay. Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
Here's VanVleet after the made shot from Bradley Beal. VanVleet looking around. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Lowry against Wall. He dishes it to Beal. Pulls it from the elbow. That one a little long. Raptors trail by 12. VanVleet passes to Leonard. And the shot goes down. 14 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Bryant against Valanciunas. The shot's good from Bryant. Toronto's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Bryant comes with the double team. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Valanciunas.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Ariza outside. Out to Morris. The tray. But they'll get another chance. They double team Beal. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Washington has possession. Back to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Wall against Lowry. Pass to Valanciunas. 13 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Valanciunas has got 18 points in the game.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Wall dishes to Beal. Ariza outside. Shot clock at 5. And there's the pass to Morris. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Leonard's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Passes to Van Vliet. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter. Wall against Lowry. Wall finds Bryant. Outside, Beal. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant's got 4 assists in the game.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also. It was some solid work from deep.
Now here is Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. Right wing, Siakam passes to Leonard. Over Ariza. Leonard, no luck.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yeah, and that's when he starts throwing it down. That's when they're coming at you from all angles.
Ariza against Leonard. Ariza kicks to Morris. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Wizards making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Wright comes in for Kyle Lowry. Ariza against Leonard. 6 to shoot. There's Beal with the 3. Sinks the triple. Beal's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the lead continues to grow.
Leonard back to Van Vliet. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And here's Leonard from 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Leonard against Ariza. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Leonard.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Down low and finished off by Wright.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Here's Satoransky. The Raptors getting the bucket. Ariza outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Ariza's got 7.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Van Vliet kicks to Wright. Here's Van Vliet. Satoransky covering. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Satoransky, the pass to Bryant. Outside, Beal. No good on the 3. Raptors trail by 14. Here's Van Vliet. 6 points for him. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby. Floats one up. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Morris. Beal gets a wide open look. Misses the 3. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Dishes it to Valanciunas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Looking now at the numbers for Wright. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
That one is off. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahinmi's checked in for Bryant. Green comes in for Morris. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. And then for Toronto, Monroe comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Green in for Leonard. And the second free throw, good. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. And Wall kicks to Green. To the middle. And Green slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Van Vliet. He has 6. Here's Monroe, and it's slammed in by Monroe.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Wall finds Porter. Now the pass to Beal. They double team Beal. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
Washington with the ball. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made tonight. They've limited turnovers. That's helped them grow this lead and keep it.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Van Vliet kicks to Green. Back to Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Right against Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Green. Shoots the 3. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Washington leading now by 13. It's Beal on the wing. Drains the three-pointer. Beal's got 32 points.
Oh, he's a go-to scorer. Once Beal starts to heat up, you better watch out.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Van Vliet kicks to right. To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Here's Monroe.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his game. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for Washington. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be back with you shortly.
18.
And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Beal and Porter, the talented wing set. Green is out there with Mahimi. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Monroe. The kick out to Wright. Nailed from three-point land. Wright's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Raptors. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland, taking on the Trailblazers. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Right against Beal. On the wing, Green. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors trail by 15. Right, left side. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. Siakam is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Van Vliet, covered by Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. That 3 off the mark. Wizards leading by 15. Green kicks to Beal. He feeds it to Mahimi. No good that time. Good work defensively by Monroe. To the paint, here's Green. Siakam passes to Monroe. Back to Siakam. Wright looking around, takes a 3, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Raptors. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here's Wall. No good there.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
Here's Van Vliet, covered by Wall. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Toronto now. To the paint. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Wright.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And the way they've clamped down on D has been a big factor in this run.
And Green gets it to go.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Here's Monroe, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
They needed it. The game was threatening to get out of hand until they finally kicked into gear.
Now here's Beal. On the clock, knocks it loose. Here's the break. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
The height Wall possesses, it allows him to get up to these type of blocks. Shooters have to be aware of his reach.
Mahimi makes it off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 12.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Van Vliet. Back to Wright. Floats one. Siakam, good.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Now here's Wall. Beal drives in. It's not going to go for him. And Toronto will come the other way at the elbow. Green. Pass to Van Vliet. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Washington making some changes. Ryan is checked in for Mahinmi. Morris comes in for Green. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. Leonard, he's checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Fred Van Vliet. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Thanks, David.
At the line for two.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Here's Lowry. Pass to Siakam. In the corner, right with it. Shot clock at 5. Again, Toronto.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Wall gets to Ariza. Back to Wall. Got it. Good job in the low post. Wall's got 21.
And that's the fortitude of Wall. Not going to be thrown off by the defense.
Wall against Lowry. Right side, Leonard. To the middle. Here's Monroe. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Wall against Lowry. And Wall gets to Ariza. Now here's Beal, guarded by Wright. Back to Ariza. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Wizards lead by 10.
Oh, and even with the long threes, Ariza is extraordinary. Simply one of the better deep ball shooters in this league.
Inside, it's stolen by Morris. Beal up top, guarded by Wright, and stolen by Wright. Wall against Lowry. Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists here tonight. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Morris finds Beal over right. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And now that's 35 points for Bradley Beal. Lowry against Wall. Right side Lowry. Outside Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Rocket 6. 17-foot shot on the way. Good D by Ariza.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now here's Lowry. Now the pass to Siakam. He kicks it to Leonard. Over Ariza. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Wall against Lowry. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
I love that pass. Wall is a classic point guard who makes everyone around him better. When he's missed time, his teams have always suffered.
Here's Lowry. Sweet little floater.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Ariza. Kicks it to Bryant. Pass to Ariza. To the wing on the left. Lowry against Wall. On the wing, Morris. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Toronto calls timeout. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Bradley Beal.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Raptors trail by 10. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Over Ariza. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Leonard.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Bryant. There's Beal with the 3. That shot missing.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Yeah, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Washington with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. Bryant passes to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Wall dishes to Beal. Over Green, and Washington again with the bucket.
The mid-range game is good. It's so solid. The D has to be right up on him when he's on this area of the floor.
Here's Lowry. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beal finds Morris. Wall against Lowry. Beal, that's good. And so Wall with the assist. Beal's got 39.
I like how Beal mixes up his scoring. He's capable of finishing when he's got this kind of position.
Pass to Lowry. And it's sent back by Morris. And Wall gets to Ariza. Morris inside. He can't get that one to fall. And Toronto will go the other way with it. With the shot. Good D by Ariza. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
There's the dish to Wall. Leonard against Ariza. Pass to Beal. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
.26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Wall. Just 5 to shoot. And another miss by Washington. Here's Van Vliet. Connects from three-point range. Here's Satoransky. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Wizards, Tomas Satoransky. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 8. 7 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
Seven seconds left in the fourth. Buries it from outside.
Nothing like 3 points right off the inbound. They make that happen fast. Not sure the D was set up for it.
And so Washington takes the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
We just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
I hit that run like a Hyman boy running back. Look at that boy, hit that running back. Shout out to Salsa Samacos. I got addicted to salsa tacos. Got down to and ramen noodles. Now I see how hunger make a stamina. I used to be holding the camera.